What's up guys, this is Redline and Rust. I'm Brennan, and in this video we got some mowers, and you'll see real quick that these had a huge surprise. I never originally even went to go get these, and this one turned out to be a huge win. All of them were wins. These are absolutely massive wins, but you guys are going to be the judge of that, so stay tuned and let's get to the video. What's up guys, it's Brennan with Redline and Rust. And we are headed to Panama City right now, which is about 4.5 hours away, because I won an item at auction, and I think we're gonna be able to turn about a $1,600 profit. I've got people lined up to buy this item. So stay tuned, because in about 5 hours, which is about 2 seconds for you, we'll be in Panama City. Not sure if you can see that, but it says 6:32. And if you come over here, I'm in my wife's car. You can see that we're 4 hours and 30 minutes from there at the moment. So anyways, yeah. All right, so I did get the items. I'll give you a little sneak peek. It's right there. But it was pouring down rain, so I didn't get to film it too much. But I've got about a 4-hour drive left in my journey home. And yeah, so I'm gonna get home and then I will show you guys what all we got. I originally went for 1 item and came home with 4, so. All right, so this is what we got. We got a RedMax CZT54X. I bought this at auction for $1,100 and I have a buyer right now for $2,500. We'll see if he comes through. And while I was there, they had these 3 things sitting off to the edge. They're push mowers, but they're like an industrial size push mower. And I got 3 of them for 50 bucks. So none of them run, but I think they just need cleaning up. And one of them's kind of, that one over there would be a good parts machine to make these 2 good. So yeah, it's raining right now, so not sure how much I'm gonna be able to film, but I'm gonna try to film us getting this off because it does have some quirks to it that make it not really desirable at the moment. But we're gonna get those buttoned up. And yeah, here we go. This one's missing a tire. So that's one of the issues that we gotta fix, is the parking brake only works sometimes. So that's a situation. Maybe it'll let itself down. Look at that, self-unloading lawnmower. All right, that was easy. Battery's dead. Yeah, I'll go check out these Noco Boost X's. They are like some of the best jump boxes that you can buy. You don't have to get the Boost X. You don't have to get this big one, but you can get a smaller one. Anyways, I really like it. This is not like a paid ad or anything. This is just my personal opinion. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for it, as well as, like, I think something on YouTube will pop up with it too. So if you guys need one of these or you want one of the smaller ones, click the link and check it out. And those links are affiliate links, so they do help. They help me, they help the channel grow. So, you know, if you want to support me and get you a nice jump box, go ahead and grab you one. So it's funny because they had this piece of wire right here. It's hooking here, and it's just perfectly linked to grab onto this to keep the brake up. This brake just slightly starts to fall, so I'm thinking it's maybe loose in there, but this will work for right now. Another issue that I saw was whenever you bring these two, which you can't do it unless the brake is down, but if you bring those two together, the ends of them touch, so they need to be adjusted so they don't go in so far. But anyways, I'm gonna wipe the seat down and then we're gonna take this thing for a drive. Get that seat adjusted right. Go ahead and pull the parking brake off. Now we can engage. You see these two touch. So there's an adjustment in there that you can keep them from doing that. Anyways. That thing is fast. Holy cow. Let's see if this works. So the deck doesn't work. Alright, so since that battery is dead, before we try and like really dive into the diagnosis, I'm gonna hook these battery charger up to it and just let it charge overnight. You can see it's dead. Nice. So I'm gonna let it charge overnight and we'll come back in a little bit. Alright, let's see. Did the battery tender do its job? Ooh, yes. Okay. So the battery is good. Let's see if we can get it to crank up without a starter now. Just gonna go ahead and take these off and get this out of the way. I wonder what will happen if I just turn the key a little bit. Ooh, okay, so it's cranking up without a jump pack. Heck yeah. Sweet. So the other problem that we were having yesterday, I don't know if you guys were able to hear me or not, but when I pulled the switch here to engage the deck, it never engaged. So my culprit is right here. So these are not, as far as I'm concerned, this fuse box is not online. You can't find it, the diagram for it. All it says is refer to the diagram, and the diagram is not on here anymore. So basically, this one's open, and the wires that go into it are the same color as the wires that I can see through here that connect to this switch. So I'm going to put a fuse here, and we'll see what we have going on. Alright, so let's just stick that in there. Let's see what that does. Oh. Okay, so this fuse on this side, like the terminal, looks shoved down. And I'm wondering if this has something to do with the ignition system, and maybe that was our issue whenever I was not sitting on the seat properly. After I recorded that clip, it actually kept doing it, even if I was not even on the seat. So I'm wondering if there's something going on with the ignition system. So I'm going to pull this out real quick. Let's see what's going on under there. Okay, so don't hate me too much because I don't have fuse pullers, but there's that. So you guys, I don't know if you can see that or not down in there, but this side, like the metal terminal, and this side are two different heights. Like that one's way down in there. I don't even know if that one over on this side would even touch the thing there, or it would make a terrible connection. I'm going to see if I can maybe get this terminal block off and pop that back in. You can tell, but this is like a Torx head, and this is like an Allen. So it looks like somebody's already been here and done that. And there's also a hole right here, and I'm wondering if this is supposed to be moved over a little bit, because it also looks like somebody's ground this out a little bit to make room for the wires. So looks like somebody else has already been here. Maybe they weren't telling me the whole truth about, you know, it not having any issues. We've seen that situation before. But anyhow, let's just see if I can... Oh, wrong way. So I had to go from the other side, so I didn't get a chance to record it, but I got this bolt out. This bolt is not even really in there. So, oh, look at that. Look at what that is. It's the fuse diagram. PTO, let's see, 5 amp. Okay, well, I'm going to take my 20 amp out of there. Is that 5 amp or is that 7.5? Kind of looks like 5. 10 amp for the accessory. And the main fuse, which is the one that I'm kind of questioning here, is a 20 amp. So that could cause some issues if it's not in there all the way, and it's not. There we go, we just popped it. Oops. There we go, we just popped it back up. So now it's in there. Alright, so I got the new fuses in there. I got everything fixed up. Haven't put it back in yet, but I just want to see, like, if we rev it up, is it still going to do the surging thing? Because I think it's some kind of ignition issue. That's the issue. Also, I have checked the oil. The oil is fine. So, just wanted to let you know. I'll show you right here. It's perfect, right between the lines. I'm just going to loosen these up to take this back cover off, so it's kind of easier to get to where all the spark plugs and stuff are at. So, based on my experience, it sounds like it's hunting, and it's only when, because I've been testing this for a while, it's only when we have it full throttle, and that's it, just full throttle. So, but whenever I pull the deck, whenever I engage the deck, no issue. No issue whatsoever. So I think that there is something, maybe the main jet is slightly dirty, because whenever it's full throttle, it's kind of operating at an error range. So I'm going to pull this carburetor off, and we're just going to clean it out, and yeah, see what happens. So first I'm just going to take this intake off, and it's usually a pretty small size on these mowers. So this mower has the 850V motor, so it's kind of the more desirable one. It's the more commercial, industrial one. And it has been sitting for a while, so it's very likely that you know, we're gonna have some dirty carburetor stuff going on in here. Move that out of the way. It's not looking amazing in there, but it's not bad either. So it's now raining out there. I had to like get it in here with some ramps that are way too small for this thing. Anyways, it's in here though. Alright, so I'm just gonna basically do the steps over again. The engine is slightly warm now, so I'm just gonna have to be careful. Alright, so basically we're going to use gum out to basically get kind of everything situated here. If you guys need some of this, I'm going to leave a link to where I get it from. I get it off Amazon. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. If you guys click on that link, it is an affiliate link, so it does help the channel out. So if you guys need some, there you go. We're just going to start disassembling it. I'm going to take the bowl off. Okay, maybe not. I'm going to take the bowl off here. Man, that thing was in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take every piece and just kind of spray it off. This gasket, we can pull this gasket out. Set that aside. This right here, here's the float. You want to make sure that your float is nice and moving free. This one is, as you can see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this little gasket out. Be careful not to rip it because I do not have replacement gaskets here. And they don't look flattened or anything, so I think they should be fine to reuse. Now we're just going to get all this gunk and crap off this thing. So basically now what the process is every single hole, like these two holes here, this hole, kind of everything in between here, if you can locate these from the inside, blow through them, blow through this hole. Every hole on this thing, even in here, you want to blow back through here. Every single hole on this thing you want to blow out. I'm even going to take these off here real quick. I'll show me doing that. You want to take off pretty much everything you possibly can and just clean it out. Because what's happening is there's a small layer of film that's normally clogging up one of these jets. And judging by how much dirt was in that bowl when I pulled it out, it's probably exactly what's going on here. So now we can get to the back access of these two ports. So that's what you're looking for. Looking for access to all the ports. Alright, now you just want to put it all back together. That's pretty much it. Make sure there's no dirt that got into all these holes and stuff. If you have an ultrasonic cleaner, the proper way would be to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner and let it do its thing. I don't own one of those. Alright, so now that we got all that done, I'm just going to start putting this thing back together. Basically just reverse how you put it on, and yeah, I mean it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Putting this linkage back on, I went ahead and put the governor linkage back on. This is like the linkage bracket where all the linkages kind of go into one place. All right, I'm gonna finish putting these in and then hooking these hoses up, and we'll see how she runs. All right, let's see if our fix works. So we cleaned the carburetor. See, all the linkages seem to work. Okay, let's see what happens. There we go. Let me get it out of this garage. All right, so far so good. Does seem to be running a little healthier. Let's see what happens if I give it some gas. So before it was like cutting out. Sounds good to me. Well, it looks like she runs pretty good now. So only thing left I want to do is, I got some mud on it while I was running it around and stuff, and you know, it just needs a good cleaning. So I think I'm going to do a good cleaning up on it. I got some degreaser and hot water pressure washer, and we'll fire that baby up and get it cleaned up. Another thing I got to do is put this back on. So I'm going to do that. All right, got that back on. It's a lot easier to carry it like this than try to drag this thing across the dirty yard. It just does not like mud. It doesn't like to go through the dirt at all. All right, well, you'll have to excuse the noise. They're putting in a new railroad track back here, but if any of you guys said that that carburetor was gonna leak, you'd be exactly right. So me keeping the old seals in that guy right there actually hindered us. So I actually went out and I bought a brand new carburetor, a brand new, like just a whole tune-up kit for it. So I got spark plugs, fuel line, fuel filter, oil filter. We're gonna do an oil change, carburetor, all the goods. So, and it actually leaked so bad that some fuel got into the cylinders and it seems to hydrolock the engine. So basically, I came out here to start it the next day, went to go turn the key, and I'm not gonna do it again because I don't wanna damage anything in the internals, but basically the engine won't spin over. The starter's engaging, but it won't turn. So we got to take those spark plugs out, blow out all the fuel, and hopefully that frees up the engine. Alrighty, so I just wanted to show you guys this. That right there, you can see there's a pool. I don't know if you can see that actually. There's a pool of gasoline in there, which means the float probably is not working properly anymore, and filled the cylinders with water, or with fuel, making it have these issues. So we're gonna have to fix that. I also did get a new fuel pump. This fuel pump should be fine, but I did get another one. So I'm using this, which was my Father's Day gift. Happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. My wife and son got me this. If you guys want one of these, check out the link in the description. You can support the channel by buying from that link and get yourself a nice fan. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish pulling this carb off, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so you may have seen in that photo, or in that video, I got this installed, and this installed, the new fuel pump, the new fuel filter, and the new carburetor. Now I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to see if any fuel comes out whenever I do this. Because I imagine those are stuffed full with fuel. So. Oh my gosh. Did you guys get that? Did you see that? Holy cow. That's also a roached spark plug there. Let's see what surprise lies in this one. I'm gonna say probably the same exact situation over here. Oh my gosh, look at all of it. Look at all of it. Dang. Holy cow. Let's see if we can turn this thing over and just blow the rest of this stuff out. Alright, let's see what happens here. Here we go. Woo, son. Alright. Well, that's definitely a lot better. Alright. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's put the new spark plugs in and wrap this up. Alright, let's see if this thing will actually fire up. Now that we got all that stuff figured out, it's probably gonna run like a daggone new machine now. Hopefully it does. It'd be sweet. Okay, so after taking a look, doing a little bit of research, yeah, that's my issue. I think whenever it hydrolocked itself, some of that fuel seeped past the cylinders and got into the crankcase, and you can see by all the fluid on there, that is definitely over full. I'm gonna pull this, I'm gonna go check it without the thing in it though. Give me 1 second. All right, got a rag. Yeah, way too much. Like, it's all the way here and it should be down here. So that's probably what's causing some of that issue. So we're gonna do an oil change anyways, but now we definitely need to do it. I got a new filter for it, so I'm gonna go get the right oil and get to it. All right, so I got my pan down there and I'm just going to go ahead and undo the oil here. Oh wow, that was like barely on. Wonderful. Oh yeah. There is no gas in that. Or there's no oil in that. That is gas. Wow. That is a lot of gas. Dang. There's like hardly any actual oil in there. So I just bought my first ever Snap-on tool not too long ago, and it's a adjustable filter wrench, and I actually needed it for this because I can't get my hand around it enough to actually do anything. So we'll see how this works, I guess. So basically you tighten it down like that, and then it's got two sides, one for like a 3/8 and then one for a 1/2 inch socket. Basically you just go to tightening it down, and then there she comes, right off. Wow, that worked out really well. My friend actually has one of these, and that's how I bought one. Is he told me about it, or he let me borrow it, and it was amazing. I'm gonna actually go a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, it literally, I had a filter that was stuck on a machine, and it just busted it right off there, no problem. So definitely recommend these to anybody who does this on a daily basis. Or doesn't. I mean, I don't really do oil changes on a daily basis, but I do enough to where it's a nice tool would be great. So anyways, there we go. Oh yeah, that's all gasoline as well. Wow. Yeah, literally just gasoline. I'm not seeing anything too bad yet. Like, there's no flakes or anything on there, but you never know. Alright, so I'm just going to use a little bit of brake clean to try and just kind of get out all the crap that I can. Can't get it all out, obviously, but so I'm actually just going to pour like a little bit of oil in here and just let it drain out so we can kind of just clean out what's in there. So I'm going to do that real quick. Just going to pour some cheap oil in it. Let it just kind of wash all the bull crap out. Oh, Lord. Alright. There we go. Yeah, we're starting to push out some of that bad stuff. We're just going to let that run until we start getting some oil out of there. I know we can't get all of it out, but it's better than just... Alright. And it looks like the oil is starting to come out. Yep. Let me go ahead and put that plug in then. New filter going in. Alright, well, I guess I got the wrong filter because this one does not want to screw on at all. So I guess I'm going to run back to the part store and see if I can get an exact match for the other one. Alright, should have the right filter now. So, got the right filter this time. And I'm just going to take a little bit of oil and do the same thing. Just kind of go around the gasket there. And on she goes. Oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Alright, And there we go. I'm just going to add some oil now and we'll be good to go. I don't know if I've already said it or not, but y'all, I really appreciate the 1,000 subs. That's insane. That's a milestone I never thought that I would see on this channel. And it's insane that we hit it this fast. So I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate you guys commenting and giving me feedback on these videos. You know, continue to do that if you will. I love hearing you guys' thoughts and, you know, what you want to see more of. I know you want to see more of the fire truck, and I have that coming up. Been a little bit delayed the past couple of weeks because it keeps raining on me, and I'm trying to balance my skid steer work and the YouTube videos all at once. I'm spilling. But I just want y'all to know that I really appreciate the support. I see it. I try to respond to every comment that I get, even the bad ones. And I just really appreciate all the support and the love you guys have given me. All right, let's see what happens now. I kind of want to see if that eventually goes away. So as you can see, it's smoking pretty bad. So I'm wondering if I didn't mess something up. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I let it run for a little bit, if it kind of goes away. So I'm not sure if you guys see this, but it's still smoking like a few minutes after I ran it. So I'm wondering if it's just the oil that's inside everything where it's not supposed to be. I'm just wondering if that's what's burning off on it, because the smoking has died down a ton. It's just still, you know, smoking a little bit. I might crank it up a little bit, see what's going on. All right, look at this beauty. Running like a champ. All right, got it fixed. Heck yeah. All right, that looks way better. So now it's running, it looks good, and she's ready for sale. So what do you guys think? All right, so as you guys know, I already recorded this clip, but it didn't record, so I'm gonna do it over again. But basically, I got this mower and those two over there that are identical to this, and I just want to see if I can get one of them running real quick. The linkage on this was a little bit stiff, so I got it freed up. So now it's like nice and freed up. It actually returns and all that good stuff, goes into the stop position, goes into the choke position, and everything is fine and dandy. I tried pulling on the cord, nothing happened. I put a little bit of starter fluid in there, and I'll show you what happens when you put a little starter fluid in. Boom, it runs. And if I slowly do it, it doesn't choke it out. Blades work too. So, goes into the lock position. So, I think it needs a carb clean. I'm gonna do that. Obviously, you guys just watched me do that over there. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and we'll see if that fixes it. Hopefully. This would be a bad little mower to have around. It's a self-propelled, so it walks itself, and be a sweet little mower. Anyways, I'm going to clean the carb, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So, what was in that carb? This little tiny carb. That's probably the worst one I've ever seen. Look at all that crap and stuff in there. It looks so bad. This is probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Anyways, I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and get it back on there. Alright, so got all the gunk out of it, but obviously it's still got some rust. So what I did was I took my Dremel with a little wire wheel on it and just kind of wire wheeled all the rust off of it. Got it as good as I can. Obviously it's not going to be perfect. This, however, came out basically perfect. Washed everything off. So now I'm just going to put it back together, slap it back on, and we're going to see if it works. Alright, so I went ahead and I got some, drained out the fuel, put new fuel in it, and got the carburetor on. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to hurry up and try to start it before water gets down in that hole. So let's see what we can do here. It's probably going to take a minute for the gas to get to the carburetor. Ooh, she sounds close. Oh wow, look at that. The self-propel works. Ah, sweet. Yeah, man. Alright, see if the shutoff works. It does. That's insane. Less than 50, probably about 50. What is, hold on. So, according to math, I paid $50 for all three, which means between all three, I basically paid $16.66 to the Infinity. So, I basically got this for 16 bucks. And everything works. It's a little bent. I can see that this pole is a little bent down a little bit, but who's going to care about that really? I think it also broke at some point because got some ingenuity right there. But I'm going to take it over there. I got some grass to cut, so I always have grass to cut. There's grass to cut over here too, actually. So let's see if it cuts. Well, I spoke too soon. When you pull this, that belt starts to slip somewhere. It starts to slip somewhere and it's burning. That's the belt. So somewhere in the drive, somewhere, something's not good. Probably a pulley is stuck or something. So I'll have to investigate. Other than that though, it cuts. Does great. Pretty impressive, honestly. All right, I want to try this one. So, got a little starter fluid going in there. I'm gonna put it in the run position. The linkages are free on this one, so that's a plus. This one sounds stronger. Oh, we have fire. Ooh, she's smoking bad. Probably bad gas. Same situation over here, sounds like. Oh, there is no gas in it. Like at all. Might help if I add some. Let's check the oil on this one. Smells kind of like fuel, but it's there. I tried to get most of it in there. I'm not going to overload it because good chance I'm going to have to take the carb off. The pool's nicer on this one. This one's kind of a nicer unit altogether. Everything's straight. Everything works. Let's see if it works. It's smoking, but it is running. Not sure how long it's going to run. Will the blades engage? Blades engage. Will she drive? She will drive. Wow. Another $16 mower. She smokes, but she works. Dang. Smoking's actually kind of clearing up a little bit. Oh, snap. The smoking's basically gone. Literally didn't even have to clean the carb on this one. That's insane. Okay, so crazy enough, that one literally worked just by putting gas in it. This one over here works. I had to clean the carb on it and put gas in it. This one has no gas in it, just like this one. So I'm wondering if we put gas in this one, even though it's missing a wheel, is it going to work too? I'm curious now because this might be just a really amazing buy. Because I think each of these are probably worth about 300 bucks, I think. So, because they're big commercial Bravo 25s. I have no idea what they're actually worth, but they have the Kawasaki motor, which I know everybody loves. So let's see if this one works. I'm just going to start off by giving it some ether and see if she cranks, see if she has spark first. And then I'll go about putting gas in it, if everything works. So all of our linkages look to be free. All right, let's see what she's made of. Oh. Check the oil real quick. It's got oil. All right, let's see. That does not feel as good. And the handle's broken on this one. No way. That was a big puff of black smoke, like pure black. I'm gonna put some gas in it. Because I want to know. I want to know if this thing runs. Let me get my gas. Okay, I put way too much gas in it. Should be good enough to see if it runs. All right, what you got for me? No way. No way. No way. It freaking works. Does this work? No way. The axle wants to move? Holy crap. What about the blades? We got blades? Oh. No way. Woo. Okay. It's hitting rocks and stuff at the under it, but the blades are engaged. Are you kidding me? All I need to do is get a tire and it's good? Yeah, it's literally working. There's no way. I got 3 perfectly, well, not perfectly. This girl needs some work, but I mean, dang, that's crazy. Holy cow. 3 working mowers for 50 bucks. All I had to do was put gas in them and clean 1 carburetor. Did we win? I think we win. That's amazing. I'm pretty sure these are probably worth about, I'm gonna actually look that up real quick, but I'm pretty sure that these are worth about 350 bucks a piece, just because they're commercial grade and they have the Kawasaki motor. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna check that and I'll be right back. All right, so not sure if you guys can see that very well, but this is basically a very similar mower, and it's on Marketplace for $330. And anyways, it has the same exact motor and it's built very similar. So I'm wondering, it's probably a good enough comp. I mean, this one's going for $330. So if I listed them each for like 300 bucks, it should be a pretty quick sale. Quick $900 out of 50 bucks. I can take that win. My wife wants to keep one of them though for her shop, so we shall surprise her with one. Still, 600 bucks on a $50 investment and my wife gets to keep one? I'll take that deal every day. But it's raining right now, so did I forget to mention it also came with 1 bag for one of them? So probably whichever one I keep, we're gonna keep the little bagger because that's pretty neat. But anyways, I think we got enough mowers. Anyways, we also have this still too. Somebody's supposed to be coming tomorrow and picking up that. Then we got another mower over here, which was in a previous video. Anyways, well y'all, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. I also just want to say thank you so much for you guys' support. It's mean the world to me. This channel has grown way beyond what I thought it was going to grow. And yeah, so it means the world to me. I believe we're at the time of this recording, we're at like 950 subs, which is absolutely insane. We're less than 50 subs from 1,000, which was my original goal. It's been absolutely amazing. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'm Brennan. This is Redline and Rust. It's been great. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.